This is where local dreams meets global opportunity. Hello, everyone. 1st October is very important day for the Project Trinity family. Benjamin Cleland here, and welcome to Project Trinity podcast. We are live in Facebook and YouTube, along the expanding global opportunity fundraiser happening tonight. Project Trinity is a global social enterprise building solar-powered digital hubs in rural Kenya and Haiti. Places where people can learn, work, and earn without leaving their rural communities. These hubs are turning fast lock-ins into fast jobs, helping businesses run better and plug in rural communities into the global economy. We are not traditional. We do not drop off laptops. We build infrastructure, deliver trainings, connect people to opportunities, and mentor for the long term to drive sustainable community growth. I am joined by two guests who have lived this journey. They started as trainees in Project Trinity, and today they are full associates supporting international businesses. Stanley Korir, a computer science specialty building automation tools that help businesses scale. Maybe Stanley, you can introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Benjamin, our moderator for today. I am Stanley Alfred, Project Trinity Associate. I first joined Project Trinity as a trainee in my rural community. Back then, getting reliable internet or even a computer was a huge struggle. We had to travel long distances just to check maybe emails or other things and even submit our assignments back at the campus. Today, because of Project Trinity, I have grown into a computer science specialist, building automation and AI systems that help international businesses scale. This journey shows exactly what Project Trinity is about: transforming access into opportunities and opportunities into careers. I am grateful to share what this means for learners and businesses alike. Thank you so much.
And I'm also joined by Esron Rotich, a cybersecurity expert protecting businesses and keeping online work secure. Esron, welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr. Benjamin, and thank you, my fellow associate, Stanley. I'm Hezron Rotich, born and raised in West Pokot, Kenya, a place that taught me the power of resilience, creativity, and community-driven change. Today, I stand proud as part of Project Trinity, where we are proving that opportunity doesn't belong to a select few, it belongs to everyone. This is my second time or third time back on this podcast, and let me tell you, the energy and momentum of this movement only grows stronger. My background is in machine learning, generative AI, and cybersecurity, but my mission is bigger. That is to bridge the gap between overlooked communities and the global stage. At Project Trinity, I have witnessed firsthand how a single hub, a single workspace, what we call our pod, the heart of our mission, can spark economic growth, unleash creativity, and give young people in rural towns the same shot at success as anyone in Silicon Valley. I'm not here just as a guest, but as a believer, a doer, because when we talk about expanding global opportunities, we are not just imagining the future. We are building it right here, right now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, my guests. If you are watching live, please like, follow, subscribe, and drop a comment telling us where are you turning in from. Let's get started. Stanley, tonight's effort is called Expanding Global Opportunities. For people watching, the phrase may sound broad. Can you explain what this effort means in practical and how it connects to Project Trinity mission?
Thank you so much, our moderator, Mr. Kilelan. That is a great question. Expanding global opportunity. When we talk about expanding global opportunity, it's not just a slogan. It's the reality of young people waiting in the line for access. Right now, our biggest challenge is space and devices. We have more demand than the capacity. Every week, more students come hoping to log in, and some are turned away because we don't have enough seats. The moment we expand the capacity, whether by adding one more pod, 10 more computers, or even extending hours, immediately you see new learners entering, new jobs starting, and more income flowing into families. For me, this is isn't a theory. I lived it. The very day I caught my seat, my world changed from waiting to working. That is why expansion is urgent. Every learner left waiting presents lost potentials and delayed impact, not just for them, for their entire community. So that is what is meant by expanding the global opportunity. Thank you so much.
Wow, exactly.
Exactly. Just to add on Stanley's point, expanding global opportunity is about removing the invisible borders. For too long, rural youth were disconnected, not because of lack of talent, but because of access. So in practice, this effort means building pods that turn rural isolation into digital connection. Yes.
Wow, there's more computers and more jobs for people ready to work. Thank you so much. So, Estron, for those new here, can you briefly explain what a Project Trinity POD is and how it is operating day to day? You have seen the demand up close. The BODs are already full. What is it urgent to create more space now, and what changes the moment that extra capacity opens up?
Thank you so much, Mr. Kilelan, for this question. Yes, a pod is best described as a community-powered tech hub. So what this pod means, it's a portable online development systems. And here, each pod runs on solar power, and it's connected to the internet via the satellite. That's the Starlink internet, and here it has a set of secure devices. And day to day, learners arrive for structured training modules in areas like freelancing, data management, machine learning basics, or cybersecurity. At the same time, associates, graduates of earlier cohorts that as deliver work for international clients directly from the pod. So imagine in a rural village, a room that speaks to the entire world. That's what a pod represents to us. And the urgency is this: every pod has a waiting list. As Stanley mentioned, demand is it outstrips the supply. Young people show up daily asking, when can I start? The moment we add new devices or open a second pod or a workspace, a bigger workspace, this means dozens of people who are stuck waiting finally get access. Immediately, they begin training, businesses get more skilled workers, and households' income rises within the community. Opportunity doesn't trickle in slowly, it explodes the minute we expand capacity. Thank you, Benjamin.
Wow, a room that speaks to the world. More learners trained, more businesses supported, and more income flowing into the community. That is a measurable impact, and that is what Project Change is. Yes. So, Stanley, you started as a trainee yourself. What is the experience? What does this moment mean to people who are still waiting to join Project Trinity Kenya?
Yes, truly, our moderator, that is a great question. Uh, Esron, it's true that at at the heart of our mission is the pod. That is what is meant by the pod. So looking back, the change has been incredible since we joined Project Trinity. When I joined, I thought it would only help me with basic computer skills. Instead, it opened the door to global clients and the real work. Today, I support businesses with automation, the database management, and AI tools that streamline their operations. That growth is personal, but it also a community wide. I have seen my colleagues or peers who once struggled to find odd jobs now managing steady online contracts. Families now have reliable income. Parents can stay home while still working, and the youth who once felt cut off are contributing to the global digital economy. Uh, One story stands out. I have a friend of mine who used to spend days helping on farm, now logged into the pod, and within few months of working in the pod, he has now started working with the clients abroad. Now his family can afford better education for the siblings. That is what is meant by the empowerment of being at Project Trinity. It's not just about skills, it's also about having hope and believing the reality in it. Thank you so much, our moderator.
Wow, wow, wow. Stanley is telling us that training becomes careers. That is what Project Change is all about. Now, Esron, when new PODs and devices are added, how do learners and businesses feel the difference right away? Can you tell us today?
Yes, Mr. Kilelan. Yeah, the difference is tangible, and this goes across to the learners and the business and the global community as a whole. So learners who crammed into small spaces or rotating devices, you see the supply is so huge, and the spaces that we have become limited, and the devices that we have. This means that we have to rotate the devices among the associates. So when new pods and devices are added, this finally means that as students and learners finally get uninterrupted screen time, and this gives them more time to perfect their skills and be better in what they're working on. And this means in career wise. So businesses too feel the change when project delivery speeds up because there are more trained associates available. It's like shifting from a single lane road to a highway. The same distance is covered faster, smoother, with fewer bottlenecks. Expansion doesn't just add capacity, it multiplies the confidence of learners and the reliability businesses experience.
So that is great answer, Mr. Ezron. So maybe I speak to our viewers. If you are joining us now, this is Project Trinity Live podcast. Please drop your comments or questions in the comments. We will take it live. Please keep them short and specific. So thank you so much. And Ezron, beyond this tech, this is about people, communities. What changes have you seen since Project Trinity arrived in your community?
Mr. Benjamin, the most powerful change has been in dignity and self-belief. Before the pod arrived, many youths in around West Pokot I'd say they felt forgotten by the modern economy because in places like, for example, Top, there's no power supply. Internet access is very limited. It's only few. It's you have to climb a hill so that maybe you can get online. So today they are not just participating but excelling through this Project Trinity. Families now have stable incomes. Families are able to pay school fees for their siblings and their brothers on time. Also, you'll find that within the community, savings groups are forming now. This means that there's an economic improvement within the community as a whole. And households are now investing in better housing, better agriculture. Communities that once relied solely on subsistence farming now have members in this project earning in US dollars through online work. This creates a ripple effect. When one person earns, 5 or 6 family members benefit from that. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. That's very great. Young people getting jobs, families with more incomes, and new hope for the future. That is empowerment. Wow. Stanley, your own story shows what is possible. You started as a trainee and now supporting the national clients. Looking back, what has been the single most important opportunity this journey has given you?
Yes, thank you for the question. Uh, as you said before, maybe before we joined Project Trinity, life was not easy. The access to the internet was not also easy. And right now, many young people are still waiting for that opportunity. If they don't get access, maybe this year, they miss out on learning critical digital skills, and with that, they miss chance to compete in the global economy. Every year delayed is a year of income, confidence, and career growth lost also. And this inclusion matters deeply. If young people, especially women, are left out, then whole communities fall behind. When women gain access, families benefit directly. If we exclude them, we slow progress for everyone. So the risk of inaction is big. Exclusion creates cycles of poverty, but inclusion fuels cycles for the growth. That is why expanding access is not just about individual learners, it's about entire villages catching up to the digital shift together. So, life without accessibility and without knowledge is like the spring without a source. So, at Project Trinity is for us, young people and learned youth, it is our source. So, when we stop this source, then automatically we lose the water to use. That is how I can describe that life without Project Trinity is like a spring without the source. Maybe Esron can expound on that, the opportunity that he has seen in Project Trinity and the entire community.
And maybe Esron will also tell us which book is talking about a river without a spring without a source. Thank you.
Right, right. So for me, the most important opportunity this journey has given me is, I'll say, it's global visibility. That is getting to a global stage. That I from where I grew up, I never thought that tech world was in. I'd say it was in my reach, but now we are working on automation tools for international businesses. So the most important opportunity has been global visibility. This experience showed me that skill, not location, defines your values. It gave me confidence and taught me that rural communities can produce world-class talent. That mindset shift is so priceless. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for that contribution. And we are talking about spring without a source. And my guests are saying that Project Trinity is like a source. So to our viewers, please share if you ever read a book that talking about a river, a spring without a source. Please drop at the comments and tell us who was the author of that book and what is the title of the book. Yes, we are going to read that shortly. So Stanley, do you have a story of a business whose daily operation looks completely different now because of Project Trinity?
Yes, thank you so much, moderator, for the question again. Uh, we have many businesses that relies, that is the global businesses that relies on the internet and also the skills. Here at Project Trinity, uh, we have the tools to work with the clients, that is the businesses, and we have also the connectivity, we have the internet, we have the power, that is the solar powered. So for the businesses to run well, those those tools, the power should also be in a stable conditions. So we have these businesses that we are working with them by providing them with their preferences, what they want them to be, the kind of the task that they want them to be done. That is the submissions. Maybe we have the development of the websites, we have developments, the social media management, we have also website maintenance. So various business, that is the global businesses that we are working with them, are experiencing the real-time work. They are also experiencing the work that being submitted even before deadlines. Because here at Project Trinity we work 24/7, bearing in mind that we have the two regions, and with the advantages that the regions based on their time zones can work with any business at any given time. Imagine here at the top, that is here at Kenya, we work maybe from 7 from 8 p.m., that is EAT, East African time, and our friends from Haiti work from also 8 p.m. EST. That means we are a global community and we serve businesses in time. We deliver tasks before deadline. We also deliver a work that works well. That means with the cooperations from all the teams and all the associates, we are going to deliver a good job to the clients. So we have various businesses to work with them, uh, and we are also waiting more business to work with them. So that is what I can say about our availability and also our task that we work with. Thank you so much, our moderator.
Okay, thank you so much, Stanley. Stanley is agreeing that there is a business that their operation has improved since when Project Trinity came in. So maybe we call to Ezron. And Ezron, can you tell us a story of a learner whose daily life looks completely different now that Project Trinity is here? We are coming from the business, we are going to the learners. So Ezron, come to the board.
Yes, thank you so much for that question, Mr. Benjamin. Yes, the story of a learner. This is something that I've seen since joining here. So the first time that when we joined, it was last year when we joined the Project Trinity. We joined here. Every associate came from different places, and we met here. And one thing that still stands out to now, there was a young lady, Metrin. She was really scared to even touch the keyboard. But right now, she's competent in operating a computer. She's designing graphic content on Canva, and it's through Project Trinity that enabled Metrin and other associates to upskill and be very good and perfect their skills. So there are a lot of people who have changed, and this is skills wise. And also the other thing, this opportunity of just being with a team, working with a team in Haiti, it gives us experience on how to deal with businesses and how to communicate with business. Yes, so Project Change has really touched a lot of youths here.
That is seriously. Even without mentioning the whole group, the whole associates, I know you, Estron, in your campus, you did information technology, that is IT, in Karatina University. Yes, but when also you were there, there was some things that you didn't do there because in the field of technology there is new things arising at a time. So here at Project Trinity also, we appreciate the fact that we are learning. We are also learning new skills at a time, developing even website within a week. You can imagine during those days when you are in campus, you can do a website for even the whole of the maybe even 2 months. But now you can deliver a website within a week because of the skills that you have learned from here and also the tools that you are using. So apart from those who are not even operating the machines, also even those who are operating before have learned skills. And it is true that here at Project Trinity, life is changing rapidly. Uh, Thank you on that.
Yes, that's true. Yes, the for me, Project Trinity has given me the opportunity to work on real world projects. This is, in campus mostly. I didn't do a lot of practicals, so working on the real world projects really gave me a boost to understand what I learned. So it has been a really a big game changer to me.
Wow, there is a live project that we're working on. So there is a question from one of our viewers. She's asking, how do you measure impact as you expand globally? maybe both of you can answer this question from our viewers. How do you measure impact as you expand globally?
Yes, that is a great question from our viewers. That means our viewers are keenly following on us the global expansion. Now the question is, how do you measure the impact as we expand globally? The impact will be measured in terms of the skills that we have learned from Project Trinity. The impact can be measured with also the social life, the economic life. If, for example, the 45 associates, for that is the in both the regions, Kenya and Haiti. This let us use the example of us, the 20 associates in Kenya and the 20 from the other side, that is from Haiti. We are seeing this impact uh, through what I can call it. Uh, you know that is known as KPIA. If that KPIA is within us, we are also always seeing that impact for ourselves. We have seen the economy has grown, the lives has changed. Even some of us have supported their families, they have started businesses, they have also supported their relatives. So that is the impact in terms of economy. In terms of the social life, the impact is that we are interacting, we are sharing the skills globally to our colleagues in Haiti and also the in US and various places. Another impact also, that is the positive impact from Project Trinity, is that we are connected. We are connected. We now access internet easily. We now access power easily, and that means the impact can be measured in terms of time. That we have saved time in various things. Most of our community members before, if they would hear a certain advertisement, they were traveling to Makutano, that is Kapengure, to apply for those opportunities. Like now, we have these recruitments going on. We are seeing that we have many of them have applied within. That means the transport cost has been saved. The also the spendings in the way that means that impact can be seen and can be measured in terms of time and also in terms of the economy. So, Ezron, can you also add something on that so that listener can get that feedback?
Yes. That's a really great question. For us at Project Trinity, impact isn't just about numbers, it's about transformation. We measure impact I'll say in three ways. First is access. How many communities now have digital hubs where it never existed? And each of the hubs, the pods, they are solar powered, and it serves around, let's say, 100 learners every year. And we track how many people gain electricity, internet, and safe learning space through the pods. Secondly, skills and opportunity. That's how we measure our impact. We look at how many learners complete our training programs, the new skill they master, and most importantly, how many go on to secure jobs or remote work. That's the difference between learning and true empowerment. Third, sustainability. So these pods, they're self-sustaining, generating revenue locally and continuing to drive after the launch. Impact for us means communities owning and growing their own digital future. Yes, alongside the numbers, we also gather stories, the stories of young people who have gone from zero digital exposure to working online, or the women, our women and the ladies who now provide for their families through new careers. So you see, like in a village like here, rural West Pokot, you'd find like for ladies to work in tech, it was a bit it isn't a concept that is known by many. So this is how we measure impact. We see the number of people that uh, gain the skills and get the opportunities for jobs, the access that communities, underserved communities, get access to uh, internet and be on the digital frontier. Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Also, another way that we measure impact as Project Trinity is amount of businesses that we are working for that come back. When we have a contract with someone and then we perform their tasks, and tomorrow they come back and say, you can also do this for me, and also they refer us to other businesses. That shows that the work we have done is affecting businesses positively and they are coming back. That's also a way that we measure impact as Project. Keep commenting, keep sharing. Yes, so maybe Stanley, imagine Project Trinity PODs didn't exist in your village. If you had to complete your tasks today, how far would you need to travel just to find a reliable internet? And what would that mean for your work today?
Thank you for the question, uh, our moderator. This is through that life without Project Trinity is truly challenging, because imagine if this port didn't exist. For example, I will probably be traveling 2 or 3 hours just to find reliable internet. Many of you know our locations. There is this term that you always refer to, that is to my fellow associates here at Kenya, known as there is a place known as Ketemuny. That place you could travel even 4 hours so that you can access internet, because there is no network. That is the only the Safaricom and that is just the Safaricom and Airtel network. Completely, there is no network. You just use your phone like a radio there. If you will be there. So I'll be probably travel, and that is the place that I was raised. I see your story as Ajaba. I'll probably be traveling 2 or 3 hours just to find reliable internet. That means money spent on transport, meals away from home, and most importantly, lost time. For someone trying to meet global deadlines, those hours make the difference between keeping or losing a client. That means automatically, if you have a global client, maybe you could have the skills, but that challenge also will you will be losing that client or that opportunity. Even an advertisement, for example, that is online, you will hear after 3 weeks, and that means you have lost that opportunity. Before Project Trinity, electricity in many areas was unstable and internet was unreliable, and that is true. That my area up to now there is no electricity, there is no internet. You could plan to work and suddenly you are offline for entire day. The frustration crushed motivation for so many young people. But now we have off-grid solar power and a steady connection inside the pod. That that means things the services are readily available. This one changes everything. No more wasted travel, no more missed opportunities. Instead, those hours are used to deliver work, earn income, and build careers. For me personally, I have saved countless hours that I now reinvest in learning new skills and building tools that businesses actually use. That is me personally, and to the entire now community. That means we still need the impact to be felt by them, and it will be possible by Project Trinity, and it's also possible by us and believing the power of uh, global accessibility. Thank you so much.
Wow, Stanley was raised in a village called Kutapun, a land of no accessibility, no internet, and hours of wasted travel instead of hours of earning from the remote village. That is the power of Project Trinity, boards that is completely off grid and satellite connected. Maybe Esron, before the PODs came, what was the power and internet like in your community, and what did that mean for people who wanted to work digitally?
Yes, thank you, Benjamin. I think life without Project Trinity, we would be herding cows with Stanley there in Kitongwin. So uh, it how it was nearly non-existent. First, there is no power around this area, and if there was a time that the KPLC tried to bring the lines, but there was a outage that lasted for, I think it's taken now almost a year, and the internet here was weak, and sometimes it was completely absent. So for anyone who was hoping to join the digital economy, it was a dead end, and you couldn't build consistency. You couldn't deliver work on time for those who maybe they're freelancers. So, and this means that clients won't trust you. So I think many people gave up before they even had a chance to begin. The lack of access meant lost futures. Yes, Benjamin.
Okay, no access means no future. That is the barrier that Project Trinity is removing. And through your support, we can reach more communities, one board at a time. Stanley, what are the hidden costs of your travel in your rural community to get a reliable internet, both in money and missed opportunities?
Yes, thank you so much, moderator. Can you um, uh, clearly?
Okay, thank you so much. I mean, what is the cost of your travels in terms of money and lost opportunities? If, for example, you can calculate the cost in terms of money from Kitopun, your village, to the nearest point whereby you can get reliable internet and power.
Yes, yes, yes. I was having an issue. Thank you so much for the question. It is true that the, the amount of uh, cost that I could have spent in either money, the resource like time, will be even, let me say, uh, countless. Because if the 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 place that we are now, that is at the top, is 20 kilometers. The place is 20 kilometers away from the village that I was raised. The amount of money that could be spent in between here up to there will be more, because there is the transport cost, there is the spending cost, because I will not travel in daily basis, since the transport cost. So I should rent a house within the port, and that means you, that is the money has been spent there. And for that reason, that is the issue for the accessibility. Just traveling using those income and the money just to access internet and to work globally with the global world and global businesses. So for that reason, you'll find that internet is a resource, power is a resource, a meaningful resource with working with the global businesses. And also the learn a skill, you should have those resource, the power and the internet. You cannot easily learn without that. So if we approximate the income or the money spent, the cost spent, it will be countless, because you cannot easily predict what uh, what will be the amount. So that means if we open opportunities to those places, it will be easy for the community and also the young youths now to to get to the global economy and also the global communities. So that is what I will say about that.
Yes.
Maybe I can add something on that. So it's clear that access is the biggest barrier to youths in rural communities and underserved communities. So this means the youths often feels like their skills aren't valid compared to. So these youths around the rural communities, they often feel that their skills aren't valid compared to those on the city peers. And the youths in the rural communities, they lack professional networks. That is someone to say, yes, your work is valuable. Now, Project Trinity removes these barriers. Access comes through the pod infrastructure. Confidence grows through structured training, and networks expand when international clients hire rural associates. Suddenly, the youths who once doubted themselves are now confident developers, coders. Yes, they become the best at their skills, and it's through Project Trinity. Yeah.
Okay, wow, that's a countless loss that is happening because young people are not yet connected. They have no power access, and they are losing to tune of millions because there is no connectivity, and that is what Project 8 is working to cover. Maybe Stanley, many people are still waiting for chances to join Project Trinity. What are they missing if they don't get that access this year?
Yes, that is a great question, Benjamin. Many youths are waiting for this opportunity because in this era we are working remotely so that we earn. So remote work is the fastest growing opportunity worldwide right now. Companies don't care where you live anymore. They care about the results. But here is the difference. Freelancing can be unstable with one-time kicks and inconsistent pay. Project Trinity builds a different model. We train people to be job ready, connect them to the steady contracts, and provide ongoing mentorship so they don't just start, they succeed in long term. So for those youths who don't have that opportunity right away, we also provide them an alternative that in internet or with access to internet, you can work at home, and so long as you deliver good tasks to the clients, then everything will be well. So that is my point.
Okay, thank you so much, Stanley. Maybe Esron, assuming that there's a business person watching now, can you speak to them and explain how you this working with Project Trinity is mutual? That by partnering with Project Trinity, we help their project grow with reliable 24-hour operations, while at the same time they are helping underserved communities access. Can you explain to them how this is a mutual and not just giving?
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Traditionally, charity often gives short-term relief, food or aid or handouts or training without a clear path to income. And here at Project Trinity, it is different because we build the systems, the power, internet, and mentorship, and actual contracts. And once a pod is built, youths are trained. They work on projects, real world projects, and these it depends their knowledge on a certain area, and once they are fully trained, Project Trinity we look for businesses, and these youths that are trained by the project, they are the ones who now go and work to in those businesses to support the businesses. So this is not a traditional NGO because we do not rely on handouts, or I'd say like that. We do not really rely on. We are building a sustainable economic model where we find opportunities for our associates once they are trained, so that they can benefit from the training. Yes.
Wow, wow. Esron is telling us that the trainees are picked from the villages where they have no opportunity and they are made useful. So that means that they support that business that you are operating on. We work together to increase your income, and the same income from your business is going to support the associates, and the community that our boards exist. So that is the mutual kind of benefits. It's not just one-sided. So maybe Stanley can explain to us what is the first constraints that stops Project Trinity enrolling for more learners immediately.
Yes, it is true that we have in any field we have the constraints. That is true. So the constraints, that is the challenges that Project Trinity may face, so that they enroll more learners and more youths to get connected to the global businesses, is that number one, the challenge for the space. That means if we have enough space to accommodate the new learners, then it will be easy for the enrollment. Uh, the second challenge is the, maybe I can say, the staple uh, power, because we have now the solar powered, but when we expand that space, it means also we should expand the number of the panels. So that means we have a challenge for the space. We also have uh, that challenge for the power, and also most importantly, a challenge like now having youth who are ready in terms of the attaching themselves to the this accepting and attaching themselves to the global economy. So that is now the challenge of the enrollment in terms of youth willing to join. So maybe if Esron has something to say about that challenge or that constraint that Project Trinity will face when it comes to enrollments of new learners.
Yes, Stanley. The biggest constraint right now, as you have said, is infrastructure. Having more pods, having more devices, because we have trainers, we have learners, and we still sometimes on my Facebook account I see youths asking when is the project enrolling new cohorts. So we have the learners, we have the trainers, but without enough computers and space we can't scale. It's not lack of talent, it's simply the lack of uh, capacity. Yes, and to add on the first question that Mr. Kilelan asked, how businesses will benefit, a mutual benefit while partnering with Project Trinity. It's simple. I can just add a few things. It's simple. Businesses get highly trained, reliable workforce that can operate 24/7. As Stanley mentioned, we have our fellow associates team in Haiti and here in Kenya and US, United States. So this means that we have the enough capacity of the workforce that is ready to work whether it's night or day 24/7, because the teams are spread globally, and at the same times their contracts fuel transformation in rural communities. They gain consistent delivery, lower cost, and social impacts. That's what a mutual growth looks like. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Sean and Stanley. The biggest constraint is space, and that calls for more businesses to support Project Trinity in terms of giving, maybe signing a contract, employing from Project Trinity, so that we can scale to more young people. So
Yes,
thank
it's
you
a
so much.
win-win. It's a win-win. Yeah,
So
for
this is a
business.
win-win situation. Nobody is going to lose. Both of us, the business and Project Trinity, is going to benefit. The community is going to benefit, and everybody is going to benefit. So maybe the very last question: can you explain to one of the viewers that maybe is watching you that what is the difference between a associate who is working with Project Trinity and a freelancer? Why an associate earning from Project Trinity is not called a freelancer? Thank you so much. Maybe Stanley can go with that question.
Yes, I can explain the difference uh, between a freelancer and an associate working at Project Trinity. In freelancing, it can be unstable because it relies on the systems that we have work. For example, in the other world, uh, there is sometimes when there is no uh, work for the freelancer because of the seasons. That means if you have one kick, for example, it depends with the kicks. So if you have a kick is a skill that you offer to the client. One kick may have inconsistent pay, and other kick may have consistent pay. So it varies. But here at Project Trinity, an associate can work because at Project Trinity we build different models. First, we train people to be job ready, and then they get connected to the steady contracts and also provide ongoing mentorship. So we don't just start, we just continue in a long term way. So That is the difference between an associate and a freelancer.
Yes, just to add on Stanley's words, freelancing alone is unpredictable. Find the struggle of finding clients, building trust, and handling payments is a huge barrier. But with Project Trinity, the associates are supported with structured contracts, team collaborations, and mentorship, as Stanley said. This removes the guesswork and creates a steady, reliable income for the associates. That stability is what makes this model sustainable, not just a lucky break. Yes.
Thank you so much. My guests, I think time is not on our side. Maybe closing remarks, very small lines of a closing remarks. Stanley can go first.
Yes, yes. In short, Project Trinity turned my locking into my livelihood. It gave me the platform to learn, to grow, and to serve international businesses from my rural community. With more support, we can do the same for the thousands more. Access changes everything, and today we have the chance to expand that access. Thank you so much.
Opportunity is not luxury, it's a human right. And through Project Trinity, we are redefining what's possible for communities like mine in West Pokot and far beyond. I've seen what happens when young people are trusted with tools and skills and a platform. They rise, they innovate, they transform their entire communities. So yes, I may work in AI and cybersecurity, but my greatest passion is unlocking human potential, and that's exactly what Project Trinity is all about. Creating spaces, stories, and systems that give every person the chance to say, I belong, I can thrive, I can change the world. Thank you for having me once again on this incredible platform. To our executive director, to my fellow associates, Stanley, and to every listener, let's keep pushing the limits of possibility, because the future is not coming someday. The future is here together, and together we are wearing it, we are building it, and living it. World meet possible. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mike, Stanley, and Esron. This is where local dreams meet local opportunities. I'm Benjamin Kilelam. On behalf of Project Trinity, have a very good day and see you in Boston. Thank you so much.
Bye. Good day. Bye bye.